Hi everyone, how are you? Are you well? I just want to welcome you to the sign language class. My name is Anthony Sinclair. Hi everyone. It's such a beautiful day here in Belfast, and hopefully it's the same everywhere you are as well. So first of all, I want to introduce you to the interpreter today. She is a trainee interpreter and her name is Becca. My qualified interpreter actually couldn't make it today as she wasn't well. So I hope to find other qualified interpreters, but everyone's fully booked. So it's great that Becca can join us for today's session. So the aim of today is all about conversation. So I'm going to be asking lots of questions and I want you to sign in response. It's such a shame I can't see you all, but it really is worthwhile just to get practicing. So I want you to imagine meeting a deaf person in real life. And when you meet the deaf person, it will be complete silence. So today, when we're having the conversation, there'll be no voiceover, as it will be really good practice for you all. All right. So now I'm going to ask questions. And the interpreter will step back and not voice anything over. Are you ready? So first of all, Andrew, if you could change the picture, if that's all right, just to make it bigger, just have me on the screen. All right. So did you see how that was a conversation with no voiceover? That's an experience of real life. So when you meet a deaf person and they're signing, you have to be prepared. It's a really good learning experience for you. So I'm going to do it again. Are you ready? I just really encourage you all just to try it. Practice your sign, respond to me whenever I ask the questions. Don't worry if you forget. Don't worry if you get anything. Give it a go. So it's some signs that you've learnt over the last year. And I know there's a lot of signs that you've been learning. And some be for the first time you're thinking, oh, here we go, we're learning how to sign. So give it a practice, give it a go as I ask questions. And if it's your first time, just be patient. Don't worry, I'll be teaching you all again. And I'll be teaching you a bit more finger spelling as well. So give us 5 minutes and we'll go back to some finger spelling, as I know there's many people on the call today. Are you ready? Okay, I've got some more questions for you all. And it's all about conversation. Ready? Hello, everyone. Okay, so I've got the voiceover back. And I just want to ask, how did you feel about that? How did it feel having the conversation with lots of questions and without the voiceover? Did it feel okay? Were you able to understand the conversation, some of it, or maybe some of it went over your head and it's difficult to understand? If you feel like it's gone over your head, don't worry. You can practice again and again and again. It's all part of the learning experience. And I just want to remind you that that's what it's like whenever you meet deaf people in real life. Yes, it's hard. You're right. Okay, so now we're going to move on to teaching some finger spelling. So maybe for some of you, it's the first time learning some finger spelling and the alphabet. And we can go through the conversation again. So I'll go back and forth and switch in between. Yes, that's right. I live in Belfast, right? Got that right. Okay, are you ready for the first time? You're so welcome to join us today. Yeah, we've got some first times here, and we're going to practice some finger spelling and alphabet. So you can have a look on Google. Just type in alphabet and you'll find lots of suggestions. There's plenty of information on there. Just to let you know, there's two different. There are people that sign with their right hand and some people that sign with their left hand, and that's all about you picking what you prefer. Maybe you're right-handed or you're left-handed. It's the same in fingerspell and sign the alphabet. Okay, so I'm going to give you some teaching now. F-O-W-E-L, files. So it's A, E, I, O, U. So they are the files. I'll do that again for you. A, E, I, O, U. All right. So you can remember that and remember your files on your hand. So I'm going to teach you today from A right through to Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, F, G, H, I, J, K, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, Q, R, S, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Y, Z. Well done, everyone. Really well done. So now the interpreter's going to step back and I will finger spell all again. So we have Julie asked a question about finger spelling. Could we sign that again? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, again. We'll do A to G again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, H, I, J, J, K, K, L, M, N. So that's H to M. We'll do that again. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, Q, R, S, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So one more time for everybody from A to Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Well done, everyone. So now I'll do it one more time for everybody who's maybe practiced the alphabet before, and the interpreter will step back and I'll do it pretty quick. So if you can follow me, well done. Are you ready? Well done, everyone. Did you follow me or was it too quick? Maybe at the same time you can do the alphabet. Just try it again. Try and do it at the same time as me. Okay, so we're going to go back to a bit more conversation. Well done, Kathy. Lovely to see you can do it again. Great to see you. Such a lovely woman. Taught you in level 1, isn't that right? Amazing person. Okay, so we're going to have a conversation and the interpreter will step back. All right. Hi, Maureen. You're very welcome to join us today. I'm just explaining that this is a conversation piece, so it's to allow you to imagine meeting a deaf person in real life. So I can see you've got lots of questions and asking what's happening in the session. So this is like a real life experience. If you meet somebody on the street, it's completely silent. There wouldn't be any voiceover, it's all sign language. So it was really just to give you an experience to learn. I know people here have been learning over the last year, and over the last few months, we've been focusing on that. So if it's your first time arriving today, you might be wondering what's going on, but don't panic. You can just enjoy watching the sign and to experience what it's like in real life. Sign language is such a beautiful language. So we're using British Sign Language today, and it's BSL. So it's as equal as any other spoken language, BSL. Some people think that BSL is a limited language, like very basic, but that is not true. It's just the same as any spoken language. We have so much vocab, so many words, it's just as equal as any other language. And as you'll know, sign language is very visual. We have our own grammar, we have our own structure, we have our own syntax. It's just really, really beautiful language. And the more you learn sign language, the more you'll understand the visual language that it has. Okay, so I want to ask you all to sign. So, what are your weekend plans? What are you planning for this weekend? I want to thank you for your comments, Jenny. Yeah. So, I'm teaching you all how to ask questions this weekend. 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 So, it starts with W. Plans. Oh, lucky you, Kitty, you're going away on holiday. Sounds fantastic. Hopefully the weather will be good. Hopefully the weather will treat you well. Okay, so my plans for the weekend. What? So if it's your first time, we always ask the question last. So in English, you would say what? What is your weekend plans? Or what are your plans for the weekend? But in BSL, it's switched. You say you, so point. You, weekend, plans, what? And that's our structure. Oh, Amanda, you got back pain. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you'll feel better soon. Please do make sure you rest, if possible. Helen, oh, getting a new kitchen. Wow, fantastic new kitchen. I'm sure you're really excited to get a new kitchen. So my plans for the weekend are what? We're going off on a camper van because it's my son's birthday. He's age 6 today. And I asked him a question. What sort of family time do you want? And he said he wants to go away in a camper van. I thought, a camper van? Never been away in a camper van with a family before. So we decided, yeah, we can hire a camper van for 2 nights. Looking really forward to it. So check the weather, and this weekend, oh, it's rain all weekend long. So I'm not looking forward to the rain, but I know we'll still have a great time, be great fun. Oh, thanks all so much for commenting. Okay, so we'll do that again. Planning, organising, weekend, weekend. You, me, you. Yes, it's here in culture. You kind of feel like, oh, why are you pointing at me? Maybe it feels rude, but in deaf culture, it's just part of our language. It's not rude at all. So, for example, me, you, him, she, they, me, you, he, she, they. So I'll give you an example. Name, name. What? So the question is, what is your name? So interpreter will step back. I hope you all understood. How did you get on? So pointing just means you know who's who. All right, I want to say a massive thank you for your time and joining in and watching today's session to learn some more sign language. I hope you really enjoyed yourselves and enjoyed having the conversation in complete silence without any voiceover. If you know any deaf or if you see deaf, I really just encourage you all to give it a go and try and sign. They will really appreciate and they'll really feel included. So for the deaf community, it's really impossible to practice voicing over. So maybe they grew up with a bit of voiceover and they can. All deaf people have different ways of signing and different levels of speech. Some may try and be verbal, maybe it isn't clear. Some have really good speech. But you can learn sign language. And it would make a massive difference. If you use sign language, it means you can communicate with that deaf person. All right, thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for giving up your time. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much for the volunteer service, for giving me this opportunity, for teaching you all. And thank you so much for the training interpreter, Becca, for your time as well this morning. Hope you all have a lovely weekend. And whatever the weather, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you enjoy yourselves and make the opportunity. Thanks so much for now. See you again. Bye.